So thank you so much, for being here with us today. So if you don't mind, if you could introduce yourselves for our readers and our listeners, that would be great, and tell them where we are.
I'm Joe Hall, and we're at Silver Star Service Center, and it's a repair shop that specializes in Mercedes primarily that I opened in 1987.
Okay. I met Beth at the Women Entrepreneurs Conference, and we hit it off right away.
Yes, we did.
Just introduced them.
That's right.
So
What I bring to our family business is I run our tag and title department, tag and title service in Maryland, and also our full sales department. My father backs me up with the sales department, so we work together on that. And then my brother helps with getting the cars ready for the sales. And then I'll hand it over to Joseph.
I'm Joseph Hall. I'm the service manager here for the service department. I basically oversee all the day-to-day operations, make sure things stay on schedule, make sure cars get fixed properly on time, and go back cleaner than they came in.
awesome. Let me go back to you. So the beginning, kind of, when did your business start? You said in mid-80s, and how did it start, and what were some of the challenges early on, and the vision and all that good stuff? So let's go back a little bit.
Well, I was the Mercedes mechanic for the local Mercedes dealer, Benson Motor Cars, and I decided that if I was going to be a mechanic, I wanted to own my own shop. So I left there and opened the shop, and the business has changed a lot over the years, from carbureted cars to computer-controlled fuel injection systems, and as far as the business goes, you're going from being a mechanic to a business owner. It's quite a transition, although in the early days I spent a lot of time helping fix cars, but then I've evolved into running the business, managing employees, trying to recruit and train people, which is
So you were prepared for that. You really had to kind of learn along the way. Did you?
Yeah, I learned most of it by experience. Did some reading, things like that. But I really didn't have a background in working with employees. I was a mechanic, so I spent most of my time talking to cars and not people. So I had to learn that. It was a little bit of a transition. So.
What was the biggest lesson? If you could provide any sort of advice to someone in your situation in hindsight, what would you tell them in terms of the business?
Be preparing to go into business?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you really have to make the decision that it's what you want to do, and try to understand what it is you're going to be dealing with as you go forward. But a lot of it's a matter of desire and just wanting to do something maybe different or more. For me, I didn't want to necessarily just fix cars the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted the challenges of running a business and the benefits of having a business and more money and more free time. So if your motivation's there to have those things, you can achieve that by going into business. But it's not going to be without challenges.
So when you started, how old were the kids?
Oh Lord,
I think Beth was 3 and I was 1, so we started in '86.
they were fairly young. I mean, it was a significant step, frankly, for a young family to make. But the transition from working on cars to owning a small shop that you basically worked on, yourself working on cars, isn't that great a stretch. It's really getting a location, getting equipment, and marketing yourself. It's not simple. I mean, it isn't just one step, but it's. I thought it would be beneficial to the family, so that's one of the reasons why I did it.
What are some of your memories early on of being around it and the business?
Well, I remember when one of my favorite memories is when we opened on West Street, and my father let us ride up on the lift. When we first went to look at the building, he put us up on the lift, and rode us up and down the car lift.
Oh, fun.
That was amazing to me.
Yeah, I remember when we were moving into there, playing with my remote control cars in the showroom that we had there, which it was fun, putting in boxes and stuff. I'll never forget getting yelled at by previous service managers for riding my bicycle around in the shop while the guys were trying to work during the summer, because we went to school in Annapolis, so after school we'd always walk back to the shop, or during the summer, we'd basically hang out there, do a little job, and put checks in order and stuff. So we're always around the business and kind of getting into trouble, getting out of trouble.
Now, when you started this, did you want to one day build a business that you could hand over to your children? That's the first part of the question. And then the second part of the question is, the two of you, is this what you wanted for yourselves? Is this what you always thought your life would be, working in the business? So how about we start with you first?
Well, initially when I started out, that really wasn't an overriding part of the process. I figured, well, I need to get the business established. But as time went on, that thought became more reality when they had an interest in the business, and I saw how they developed as part of it.
Fabulous. And from your perspective?
Okay. Well, I have worked at other businesses, through high school, but I always helped out the family business. So I've kind of gone out and done, different jobs. When I was just last running a car dealership for a gentleman, because my father had stopped selling cars, I was there, sitting there and thinking every day, this is not where I want to do this for. I want to do this for my family. So it kind of took me through a little bit working and getting experiences other places and bringing that back to our family business and putting that in there and opening up other departments for our business.
That's fabulous.
I really enjoy doing this. It's kind of funny. My wife, she's a nurse. She'll complain about having to go to work. Me, I get up in the morning. I actually look forward to going to work. So I really enjoy doing this. It's challenging, stressful, and all that. But throughout my life, it's kind of been all that I've kind of known. I haven't really had experience going elsewhere like Beth has, and then so my dad worked with other people before he started the business. But I feel comfortable doing this. I don't really have the thoughts of, I'm just gonna get a job for somebody else. There are days where it's just like, if I take all the responsibility off the plate, that would be nice. But there's downsides too, so it's not worth it.
Yeah, there's that.
But I do look forward to the future of growing the business. Looking at other opportunities, other ways that we can expand things. Like with Beth doing the tag and title business, that has been a huge asset to us over the past year. We've got a lot of customers that are new to the area. Well, we can handle getting that car from when they brought it out of state to getting it registered and tagged in Maryland within 2 days. And they leave here with metal plates. They don't have to go through the MPA process and all that type of stuff. So I think Dad's kind of coached us a little bit. Going forward with the business, we need to focus on what ways we can add to what we already have, and what the opportunities are with what we already have to move forward. So tag and title business has been one of those things, and it's proven to be really successful.
The one thing with Beth is it seems as if this is more of a traditionally male industry.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
This is just, it's very big. So big kudos to you.
I appreciate that. It's definitely great being in a career position where it shocks people, because a lot of people have realized that men and women can do the same thing. But I really am still in a business industry where it's still male driven. They still are the mechanics. They still are the salesmen. So when I have customers come in and they see how long our family business has been here, who I have on either side of me to support me, it's a no-brainer for them to do business with us. They feel confident as soon as they walk in the door, and they feel that we're someone that they can trust.
So you seem like a very close family. And in terms of the dynamics, separating life from business, do you do that? Do you need to do that, or is it just completely infused right now?
I think you have to have time away from each other, obviously. I think Joe and I spent a lot of time together during the day, and then at Beth's here, we spent a lot of time together during the day too. I think it just becomes your personal preference of how you want to handle that.
So you are able to, a lot of families, like even in their free time, they spend together as well. So I guess that's the thing, like with each of you, kind of your free time, is it spent with family, or do you still kind of enjoy your own hobbies or your own things that are separate?
As far as free time goes, a lot of it's separate because, Beth is young with a young family. Joseph is not a newlywed, but newly married. And so they spend time together, going to ball games, things like that. And Beth has the kids, and they go do different things. And being the old guy and the grandfather, I just I hang out when they make me.
I love it.
She took me to a kids movie the other day, and it was like, why am I sitting here? But because the kids were enjoying it, I was like, I kind of got into it. But yeah, it's not a movie I would have picked. But so she drug me out to movies, and then we go over Joe's for cookout.
But I guess, and that's the thing, is during those times, do you talk business?
Well,
Or are you able to?
But not so much. I mean, I don't think we in our free time talk that much about business.
I think we have a good handle on that. I think that the three of us have a full understanding to relax and take a break.
See, that's great. Find that balance.
Yeah, during the weeks, the three of us will go to lunch fairly frequently together, and we'll either just joke around, have fun, and just do family time, or if we have stuff that we need to work on that we need to be able to get away from business to focus on, take advantage of that too. So we split up time for ourselves, I guess, to be able to deal with that stuff that you can't do day to day, but then also break away from keep I guess the family life healthy.
I would think that is very, and that seems to be some advice that you would give other families, that it's worked for you.
Definitely.
And to have that balance.
I was going to say, to branch off of what Joey was talking about, is that one of the things that we've never done before, but we started recently in the last 6 to 7 months, is every Wednesday that we can, there's been a couple Wednesdays we have to reschedule. That's okay, happens. But we make a point that on Wednesdays, lunch is our meeting day. I take the minutes for our business. We make 3 sections, stuff that we discuss that meeting, things that we're working on, and our accomplishments. And when we first started doing it, we didn't have that format. And having that format and having the accomplishment section helped Joseph. Joseph was like, why are we doing this? This is such a pain. I have to go back there and get cars fixed. I need to go deal with this. And when we started that accomplishment section showing what we did and the date, that's all we write down, he's on board. It fixed it for him. But having those meetings, I think, are essential to a family business.
Where did you learn some of these techniques? Like, what do you, in your personal or professional development or business?
Well, I have done a 2-year business degree with the community college, the local Anne Arundel Community College, for small business management. I learned a lot of skills there, but a lot of it has been socializing with other business owners. I know a lot of small business owners in the area, and I've known them for a very long time, and I just talk to them, get their experiences, their suggestions, and then this guy over to my right. I think I tell a lot of people I'm his female version. I really feel like that in my personal life with the way that I handle things, and then also my business. I feel that the way that I get customers in and follow through with them has been a big input from him of how to deal with that.
Wow, but you're a fabulous role model.
Yeah, we lock horns occasionally.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
how do
we
you
are
handle
very
conflict?
similar.
How do you handle conflict?
Well, we
in
usually go
business?
out back and we beat each other.
We've got wrestling.
We have a wrestling ring.
I just tell them I'm gonna win. So.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we definitely have to pick the battles.
it's a really important point, and it's a real issue that family members, either they succeed at or they don't. It's if you can look at your children as business owners and part of the business, and not as your son or your daughter. You know, so and then for you two to be able to see him not always just as dad or grandpa, but you know, a businessman that built quite a successful company. So to your point too, the generational with technology and changes in your industry in particular, you know, to just really have to defer to the customers of today and the technology of today. So you find that a lot with family businesses.
There's a great deal about marketing that Beth knows that I don't know, dealing with the internet, dealing with social media, things like that. Joseph has dealt with the new generation of automobiles, which are different than my generation of cars, and so there are aspects of it that I find hard to relate to that he deals with regularly. So I definitely have a great deal of respect for their accomplishments and the part they bring to the business.
That's great. I mean, I just keep hearing the word respect over and over from all three of you, and it's just really a beautiful thing. I congratulate you on it. That's really great. So the vision. What is the vision? What's the goal?
You know, the vision is to make sure that going forward that the business is stable, profitable, not only for us as a family, but for the employees that work for us, because that's the basis of what we're able to provide as a service company. That, you know, we have good employees that care about what they're doing. So going forward, I'll make sure that we have a measured growth, and that they grow into a leadership role in running the business, because I want to get further away from the day-to-day operations and allow them to take over those things. That's really the goal for me.
Yeah.
And maybe slightly different for them, but I think that's, you know, part of their thought process too. So.
Fabulous. For you, what is your vision and goal?
My vision or goal is to see the tag and title business grow in helping customers that are current customers and new customers. I have had so many customers come in brand new to the tag and title business that we've been able to, I'll use the word recycle, into our service department and help Joseph's department grow more. And then the same thing with the sales department. Since we specialize in European car sales, we get those sold and then they bring them in for service with Joseph. So I really want to see our customer base grow. And I think with the two departments that we've added in the last year, or re-added the sales department, but then added the tag and title, that having those are really going to give the growth to the entire business.
My vision is just, you know, grow the service department to where we can, you know, handle more volume, you know, keep more technicians on staff, and, you know, just become, you know, I guess the place to go to around here. You know, a lot of our businesses word of mouth. And I think I have 2 new customers today that customers' cars referred them to us.
Oh,
and,
excellent.
Yeah, and you know, I guess I've already called those people to thank them for referring them to us. You know, it just helps build that stuff. But yeah, going forward, I guess looking at new opportunities with different vehicles.
See that, absolutely kind of finding that niche and the trends and staying ahead of the trends, and then just the professional development that I think that you and your employees and the mechanics have to stay on top of, you know, is tremendous. So, well, I cannot thank you enough. This was just really, really a pleasure. I have no doubt that your business will continue to thrive, and huge kudos to you. You really have 2 amazing
I'm very proud.
future leaders here for sure. So, well, thank you.